Welcome all the Leos on this planet. Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising, Leo Venus, Leo Mars, all the Leos and cross-watchers. I'm now not able to promise so much advance when I can come, but I can say that this week I do the last readings. Today I do Leo and Virgo, and I will see. I hope I can see like I say advance, but during the week it's all about when I have a little time that I can do it. I don't always have time, but I make the time, let's say. So there is Eric Denise. Hi. You are not Leo, but welcome. I was just making community post about new guidelines for these readings. So one is that from now on, even if you donate during my live and you're not the star sign, at least you have to have a placement of that star sign. You can ask a question. But even if you donate, I'm not going to take your question. I'm going to give a priority to the star sign. That's fair to everybody, and that's the whole point is here to give a sacred space for shadow love. I have created this sacred place and space for February. This is now made for Leo. So let's focus on that energy, and that's what I'm trying to call in here now. But when you are Scorpio, Eric, or somebody else is here, you're always welcome to co-create with me. That you can always do. But if you want to ask questions, you have to be patient and wait your own reading. And there is one other choice, like a chance that indeed pick up a reading on Sunday, then indeed you can also be any star sign and ask a question. Then you can donate, and there is this possibility, yes, you can be over the line because you donate. But in the star sign reading, now I got this feedback that yes, it's better for everybody that we are now doing readings for that star sign. Maybe I can plan certain readings when it's like free to everybody, but it is really, I love that there is this kind of, what I'm giving my time. I'm really giving, we might sit here now 1 hour, and it's a beautiful thing that there's no hurry. That's feeling in life that you can just sip your coffee and whatever, eat your popcorn, but it's just like you can just chill and look this reading. Like there is no like a spamming comments or this kind of thing. And so there is a setting now. I also put a setting that nobody can like comment unless you're subscribed. So I know that the person is subscribed when this comment. Welcome, Eric, also to see this reading. So yeah, and morning to everybody in Europe. It's of course Monday of the 10 o'clock. So let's go. There is a first card in this golden compass for Leo. This will be advice card. Is 54 encouragement. This nice giraffe, mother and baby. As well, there is this kind of first images. This is my dream. I'll decide where to go from here. So anybody seeing this reading, you make it your own watching this reading. I'll just give you the intuitive hits I get. And then this kind of cute cats here. Leo kitty energy. Now, let's start immediately to see. You got a heart chakra. So you get this first opportunity of the month of February with this. And then you get a challenge for the month of February. What is for the Leos? What is the challenge? I see. Taking all the Leos. What is your challenge? Okay. Opportunity. Koskenhaltija, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Flowing positive energy that things are moving. It's like streaming. Things are streaming, things are moving. So both positive wish fulfillment card is almost 10 of Cups. So this emotionally fulfillment. Maybe indeed you have this kind of, isn't it the next full moon even is in Leo? Is it that? So I think so. So it is this kind of moment of you feeling it. February is beautiful, of course, Valentine's heart month. There's something about this flowing feelings. It can be positive in any aspect of life to have this kind of not stuck emotion. Stuck emotion indeed can block us. Emotion can exactly influence in all areas of our life if we are stuck with that some kind of freeze emotion. Here I see things are flowing. Okay, and then let's see your challenge for the month of February. Okay, interesting. The water energy is still here. You get the High Priestess. Wow, beautiful. Maybe this would be a moment to read both of them some special info. Of course, your heart chakra is beautiful. Able to see in behind the veil, or this looks even almost like you are very tuned as what is happening in astrology, that the magic is within you or something. You are kind of like, you're not just as water is flowing, you are in the water. You are like in the waters. You're part of it. You're part of the flow. And you're getting like this kind of depthness back to your life. Like that's a challenge actually, how deep you can go. Are you in the low, how deep doing you are in these waters emotions, or how deep you can go as a lover, as a partner, as a friend. Gates are opening. So there is some kind of possible, maybe even guidance available. That's a challenge. Are you able to listen that kind of intuitive guidance that could give you the right direction? For example, the heart is always, we're talking about today, I created this spread, golden compass, remembering like heart indeed is our golden compass. Like, and here High Priestess is having this kind of wild woman heart centered powers, intuitive powers. Lindsay, hello my dear. Are you possibly Leo? Yeah, this is a beautiful thing. Opportunity, visual women, Nine of Cups, and challenge, High Priestess. Beautiful. I think this is kind of clear. So let's see. We're gonna take this one text where I put this box. I was like changing everything from the other room here because it is like yesterday I was in my other tarot room, in my bedroom, doing this pick a pile Sunday reading. And did I even brought that book here? Let me see. Because if I didn't, we just interpret this card as they are. But it would be kind of pity I didn't. Oh yes, here. Here we got the book. The Book of Shadows. This is the Abode deck. So it's nice. Some people are, even it's Monday morning here in Europe, some people have time to watch. I really have to, like, I was gonna go to gym and it was cancelled, and then I had time. So it's like, that's how I've been setting these things very last minute, let's say. Lindsay, you set up in very warming and nice. Yeah, this sacred space, I pay attention that this is really, this is now February, so I wanted this to be really like, I start to feel the February already. So now the challenge, let's read what this wisdom card is about. Maybe indeed the whole point, the wisdom here, that is your challenge. It's also emotions are messengers. It's certain kind of wisdom and how deep you can go in those waters, but then also, yes, you can read. There is just the fact about reading from the books. If you are emotionally disturbed, you cannot focus. That's the sad thing. I do this reading mainly to get all the creators in this planet back to the track, living their best life, because I have been able to kind of conquer this kind of devil in my own relationship mess I had, that I got back to the track, and it's a beautiful thing, but it's not so easy. So let's say when you are in this kind of chaos, even you love books like me, you cannot even read because it is so confusing, so thing. So I was of course listening audiobook, something like this, but that's the thing. Sometimes you can only like have energy to listen tarot readings, for example. I was getting strength from that. Like, where do you get the wisdom? It is sometimes it's not from the books, let's say. Lynn, I'm in the States, Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. So anyway, I'm just saying that accept the wisdom, how it comes to you. In this card, it is the intuitive high priestess. It is like, you know, that if you ask the universe, the source, anything, you will get answered. Like, you can trust that. And the trusting is missing when you are in this chaos. So start to trust more your abilities to find the answer. But then you, of course, have to be open for it. So there's this kind of being energy. Challenge maybe, be like high priestess, be listen, be silent, be receiving. And that is, in our kind of chaotic world, it's hard to be still. But that might be how you get the guidance, not only from the books, but just even emotional messages. So yeah, Lean, that's very hard to do, but this is no challenge. That's why I think I had to give the speech about this. But let's read what the wisdom is here. In paganism, we are each our own high priestess or priest. In a sense, this what we strive for. Indeed, for many tarot readers, this is the card with which they most identify. Unlike traditional tarot texts, where the high priestess represents non-rational, non-logical sources of knowledge, this priestess represents wisdom, the yin and the yang, the athome and the shalish, the magical combination of opposites, intellect as a rational, logic thinking, and intuition. When these two aspects work together, we can find true wisdom. Again, this is the alchemical balance most tarot readers seek, combining an intellectual understanding of the tarot with intuitive responses to the symbols and images in the cards. This nice kind of little lesson about how to be even a tarot reader, but this is totally indeed tarot reader's card challenge. Maybe you could try some tarot spread. That I can immediately say I post usually in my community post my self-made tarot spreads that I design related to time and space we are living. Like, so today I'm gonna use this is now in this paper, but the better visual is in my community post. And I'm gonna use the golden compass because I felt lost in all this world chaos situation and news. I start to realize, okay, tarot spirit we need is a compass, because we need to be heart-centered again if we get off track. So here we are. Sandro say, hey Sero, hey, welcome. And Lean is a Scorpio. So I think Eric was already Scorpio. There is Truth Buster, say hi also. Chandru is of course Sagittarius. Sandro is hope you're doing good. Yes, I am, but like I had to change again this from another room, all the decks, so I was like, okay. Everything gives time. It's like, let's continue. So these are the opportunity for Leo challenge. Next thing, let's see, current feelings of your person. This is whole February now. I'm trying to predict you what's happening. We can get to the heart. If you had a heart already, we go to the bigger heart. Yeah, that's how I feel lost, Celine. And this is, last week I was like, I have nothing to give as a reader. How can I solve this chaos? It's too bigger than my like influence circle. I cannot help all the world at once. But I actually can do this. I invented, if you want to see the visual, it's kind of funny how I was designing it in Canva. Anyway, here, now Leo. I'm thinking about Leos, the person. Current feelings of your person, Leo. And we will go, still I have this kind of lock lady boxes. I think I'm gonna get from here. I have had this theme in my tarot deck that I designed some lock lady stuff. Let's see. But now David Lynch died, so I think like I have to really honor him also to make a tarot spread. I have not invented yet, but I like the concept of tarot. The David Lynch, he's saying totally about this, totally connected to this reading actually, David Lynch, because there is this fact that he talks about like ideas are like fishes, and you have to fish them, and you have to be kind of patient to fish them. And sometimes time passes a lot, but indeed these are the watery realms where you might get huge wisdom and ideas, like a Lynchian style. But indeed you have to be kind of letting time pass even. like not to be like outcome oriented in the sense that you are in this stream, in the process, and the journey is important as well, not just the outcome. That's the Lynchian style. The process is everything. Yes, and Truth Booster say, can I post a question? And now, if you want to read my new guidelines for this channel, I made a post just about this before this reading. Let's remind this is that I want only questions from the star sign. Now we are having currently Leo. You can co-create, you can talk here, yes, but the question I will take from the Leo. So there could be the sun, moon, rising, like this, let's say, until this, that you have those placements, could be applied. Let's go. Current feelings of a person, Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I'm the one who will dance on the floor in the round. Okay, I think it's Billie Jean when I think about Julia. Then The Living Mountain by Nan Shepherd. This is a Scottish author from the past. Walk in mist. Test not only individual self-discipline, but the best sort of interplay between persons. Trust unknown, trust divine path. Wow. Again, this kind of Lynch style, David Lynch style, that you allow yourself even to walk in the mist, really asking to be like activating. This is a challenge. Are you able to be like a shaman person? Shamans walk in the mist. Shamans go to the unknown, to the dark, to find the new pathways. That's like a brave person who is trusting the unknown, because the unknown might indeed have all the love, but you have to like have faith. This is kind of like a interesting quest here. Encouragement, even like, yes, you can do it, baby. Okay. I never did give anybody hell. I just told the truth and they thought it was hell. Truth. Okay, burning in truth. Maybe you are like indeed powerful. Leo person can be like a person who can really tell the truth, and that is very hard healing thing to do. To not fake it. This indeed I even didn't mention. The wisdom in the chakra healing is that archetypal, it's a lover, the open-hearted person with the heart chakra open. The one that it's going to the negative archetype falls to be actor and faker, and it's just faking those emotions. They are not real. So we are here all the time having this opportunity of the huge real emotions that are like helping you succeed as well here. Wisdom from the emotion, indeed time to be real and truthful, maybe even if it's sometimes indeed painful. Trust unknown, trust divine path. Your person see this. See, there is a deer here. There is also a deer here. There's some kind of king of forest appearing here in the mist. And be thankful for what you are now. Keep working for what you want to be tomorrow. Trust the magic of new beginnings. Very encouragement. Could be even kind of a message from the source, but these are current feelings of a person. Questions to open your heart chakra. Are you able to sustain a commitment through difficult times? This is interesting question about what the heart chakra is also about. Sustaining a commitment, even is hard. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced, Søren Kierkegaard. And one more, solar plexus chakra, I am worthy of my own self-acceptance. Yes, very well said this too. But also reminding the solar plexus chakra is part of the intuition. It's not only about the third eye, it's really, you have to be self-powered. It's almost like you have to put the light in your own house before you can really live in it and like get those messages. So solar plexus chakra might be something, it's good for your intuitive powers as well. There is very solar energy, kind of in Africa. Sunshine. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, it's a good question, that Lil says. So we are going now forward with this simple golden compass, and we're gonna use this. Let's put back this in the deck. And today I also will at some point possibly use this book. This is the Finnish national epoch related stories. Even Tolkien was inspired of this before he wrote the Lord of the Ring. So it's old stories, different than the Viking stories. But that is the deck about, and the stories are finished, and I promise to translate. So we go to the golden compass. We put this in the side, all this stuff. Interesting, the female energy was already intuitively here. This kitty is in the basket. So my golden compass, you can see the visual in community post. It is first we go south. Where you are coming from. I'm gonna show you this kind of compass that you, Leo, could use in February to not be lost, to know kind of better. So where are you coming from? Now we go to the west. What is behind you, Leo? Then we go to the east. What lies in front of you? There's three things. And the next move to make, so it like a direct action you can do. So again, interesting. Where are you coming from? So this opportunity that was showing already in the cards, this is so strong. The streaming that it's calling you to live in this flow. Understand, you are middle of the like actually I think the energy flow, because it is the heart chakra is totally when you can really feel the love in your heart as kind of like a watery feeling or like a movement or like of course high emotions, but there is something about this having this high passion of emotion or like emotion being guiding you. So you're coming from this kind of emotional flow. Let's see then what you leave behind. Okay, there is very passionate horse. This is the devil's horse, kind of Ferrari. Interesting, the story, I don't even have to read it. I remember there's Lemminkäinen, the lover boy, has a mission to get the girl by hunting or like getting this wild Mustang, and is seeing it on the hill and then able to ask the god of the thunder to put a huge ice storm on this burning horse to put the flames off and get it tamed, the horse whisperer thing. So it's almost like this taming story of the wild horse. This is of course the builder knight, the fastest moving knight, who is totally passionate about something, very fire Leo power, like okay, I want this, I love this, I want like really let's go like a Ferrari, like vrr, like that kind of energy you're leaving behind. Maybe the water has become important way to balance this kind of huge fire, but this horse was tamed and captured with the ice storm. So it was like that was how the lover was able to tame it. But it's leaving behind this kind of, who know how you interpreted this. Somebody is giving you cold water, cold shoulder to tame you. And no. Let's see. Now, what lies in front of you? Interesting. These are beautiful energies. So we have here Major Arcana card first. Major Arcana is the star card. Beautiful. We are in the Aquarius season. We are talking about this reading even about February whole Aquarius season. We have currently Pluto in Aquarius, a beautiful change in our society even. But this is in front of you to understand this kind of star power, northern star. How this can be guiding in this, even in this whole compass. We are going to the north. What is the next step to make? And that's in the future. So going north, being in the north, or northern star as a guiding, some kind of strong destiny, understanding your destiny, your purpose, possibly even. It's here. It's like, could be that you're getting into astrology, could be something like that. But here next card is Three of Wands, able to have a foresight. There's also kind of this predictive energy that astrology can be as well, part of. Somehow having this kind of higher view, let's see, like a prophecy almost. And then Raudan Synty, this is the Two of Wands. In this story is talking about war, like how the iron got mad because the smith was making the sword, and then was promised to the iron there will be the honey water, and then instead came this kind of killer bee, came like dirty water, and the iron got mad and started to like kill people. So it's like this kind of story how the material can get bad in the hands of the wrong, not talented people. Something like this, like how choices we make can really make some conflicts. So who knows, the foresight is pointing to this kind of conflict. Maybe I read more about this. This is kind of like a bad prediction in the sense that this story about having fights. But this is of course travel card as well. Positive meaning is a 2 of Wands, is like able to plan a travel, able to kind of plan your life. This is the next card from it, able to plan the life. Even this is the next card from that. This is like seeing the effort paying off and the ships coming in. It's almost like you see the vision before, you see the prophecy kind of from my reading before, and then you make it happen. Or then you make only the plan. Something like this. You have first the vision and then you make the plan. It's like otherwise you would be having first the plan and then the vision gets clear, but you get the vision first in the. So trust this maybe exactly this kind of intuitive thing that was said here. No, this is a different card. Intuitive wisdom, that you can just ask how I feel, how I see, if you go to work somewhere, ask these questions like how I feel, what I see, what I know, what I hear. Like activate all these senses. It's part of like foresight. It's not just seeing, it can be hearing. You can get this kind of audio guidance. It's not to be schizophrenic. It's really like you can activate your right side brain that can give you that kind of like a higher view. It's possible, but you have to close your kind of critical mind, and that can be very easy way to listen birds sing and be in the nature. Easiest way to be getting the guidance when you are in somewhere in nature. Anyway, foresight of some kind of conflict. Let's see. Maybe I read the story a little bit more. Somebody starting to fight about something. This, of course, Leo collective. This can be very general. I'm doing this up psychic reading, so indeed my readings can be 2 weeks notice. Conflict. What is it? This in the north, brave initiatives, developing something, developing ideas, responsibility, dexterity, culture, and development. And in the Finnish mythology, the iron has been born in heaven, but there's whole this story of this, how the tree, this kind of nature spirit, were dropping the milk from the breast to the ground, and one gave the black milk, one gave the white milk, and one gave the bloody milk, and the iron is the youngest of the brothers, water is the oldest, and fire is the middle brother. There is all these elements here: fire, water, all this fire, all these are here, all these brothers, 3 brothers, youngest brother. And then when the fire met the older brother fire, it got upset and start to burn the fire started to burn the iron. So the iron was hiding itself to a swamp, but the smith found it from there, because could see from the step of the wolf or wild animal the signs that the iron was lying there hidden in the swamp. And then brought it to the workshop, and then was wanting to get out of this workshop. The iron was promising that it would not turn against the humans, but only eat the stone and the wood. But then this mistake happened in the workshop, and then do I read it more? There was all this thing that happened, that it was not the honey but the dirty water, and then it got mad and it broke the promise. But here the smith's workshop, the fireplace, is the heart of that place. We have a heart here. And every workshop has its own like a guarding spirit. The smith was making all kind of useful tools for gods and the people, but hardly ever got thank you for doing that. He made all kind of things, a list of all they did, very hard tasks, and still no much thank you. So the smith was able to think very creative and was able to develop the idea he got up. We are talking about this. I already mentioned the David Lynch having this idea of fishing the idea and developing the idea, and this is still here, the same talk. So this smith is able to develop the idea further, and very like ready to experiment when find some new material, but was kind of having too positive beliefs about like somebody promising to give like the ingredients, like mistake that killer bee to be a bee, or killer hornet to be a bee. So it was kind of trusting to somebody who he should have not trust. He should have checked the kind of identity of that person who promised and not like trust immediately. And then iron was very temperate and would immediately break the promise that has said like not to attack the humans when was not respected. So whose responsibility is that then, that the iron start to make people bleed blood? It was in the hands of the wrong people the iron got bad. It's not iron's fault. It was like how you use the tool. In any tool, indeed, like EI now, it's a dangerous tool in the wrong hands, for example. Also, any good tool can be in the bad hands. So who is having that power, who is having this, is here. So the iron can take different shapes in the hands of the humans and serve the master. But the humans are responsible how they are handling the guns. There is Diksha Dubey Leo. Yes, you, Disha, you can be the one lucky one, because my requirement for this reading is, even if you pay, I'm not gonna, I take the donation, thank you, but it has to be Leo in this reading. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, let's say, some placement of Leo still. I have a Mars in Leo. But I would prioritize anybody who is real born sun sign Leo. That's my recommend here. So soon, when I have finished this golden compass, yes, I can take one question from the Leo. It's fair. So we are going like, there's a foresight of some conflict, possibly war situation. I don't like to be this kind of doomsday prophet, but in 2 weeks notice there might be some conflict. Just notice in February something can come up, some misunderstanding. Person is not respected, and they are like, even you are trying to leave behind this kind of this is a builder night. This is a positive thing that this person do things, but it's very fiery, very sexy, also sexy as night. You're kind of leaving this behind, but the fire is kind of coming up in some kind of way. Even there is this whole dreams here, this poem, that is whole like a dream card of Aquarius card. So something about that dream being issue that rises some conflict. maybe you standing in your power, Leo, you saying no, clearly no to somebody. You just then have to learn that it's not your, there is this saying, how people react, let them react. It's their reaction, it's their karma. It's if you have decided something that is good for you, you have to stand with that decision. And it's like kind of like it's their thing when they are trying to manipulate, in the sense if they react in that way. Like you see the thing, like if you do decision, you do it also for you. When you say no to others, you say yes to yourself. Like what is that? That is in the future. Who is using the material? The one who get access to material, that should be rather questioned that the material is bad. Like in the hands of evil, hands of some criminals, any good thing can get bad, let's say. So who is getting access to what? That's maybe more like you should pay attention in the future. Okay, now next move to make. Wow, this is talking about the conflict. This is a Tower card. Some major change is happening now. There is, again, like this is not a smith maybe, but this is like a man with an axe. The tree has to be cutted. Interesting. There is then something. The water is now below here. It's like from the fountain comes this kind of builder guy again. Lindsay, my son is Leo. It is, but I will definitely prioritize taking the one who is actually Leo here. It's fair for the energy, because you have always, you are Scorpio. I'm not doing it today, but you can come back to your own sign, and that's like, that reading is then for secret space for that. So let's see, this is a major arcana card just now. Next move to make a Tower card. It's also card of eclipse season, card of change, karma. Interesting. Big oak, tower moment. So keywords is renewing something, cleaning, understanding, new clarity, getting whole again, deep inner change, healing, old foundations breaking and collapsing, inner growth, and self, like it's a tuntemus, like knowing yourself, knowing thyself. So, okay, this is the story of the Wainamer, the wizard rising from the sea, of the early age to the land, and the spirit of Sampsa Pellervoinen, who is the fertility god, was putting all the soils, the seeds and trees. But one oak was not sprouting. So the water spirits, women were looking, maidens were looking, something on the coast. When from the sea came big fish. No, what is it? Tursas. Weird story. There comes somebody, Tursas, what is that? Like a monster, water monster that put everything in fire. Then only ashes was remained, and then the oak tree was coming from that ashes. So it needed this kind of fertile land before it was able to sprout. It's kind of solved this way. But it grew very fast, and it was reaching to the sky, and even the clouds were hanging from its branches. Then it gave a shadow to all the land, and it became very dark, and the sun and the moon could not shine. So this tree grew kind of too fast. It's like something in your life takes too much space, and then it has to go. Something like this. Like this thing got too big, that it was oppressive. So the fertile land can get this kind of holy growth that the tree is growing like a miracle, like this kind of Jack and the Beans is growing, but the big tree would then stop the sun and the moon to shine, and then you were not connected neither to your conscious or no unconscious, subconscious. So the clouds are symboling the thoughts, and the thoughts are hanging from the tree instead of going freely on the sky. They're also blocked, the thoughts. So the card can show the outer conditions when the life force is getting less. The card can also show you your spiritual strength that has sprouted in the wrong spot. That you have let something grow in a wrong spot that is not beneficial place for it. And sometimes things are growing too far, and then you need to do a change to change that course. Like something is not growing the right direction. But the change happens especially inside you, inside world. But everything that happens inside, it's also influencing the outside. And the saver in this situation is a man coming from the subconscious, this Axeman, who fastly come from the subconscious to solve the situation. The man is a small but is very temperate and like a stubborn and full of power, inner power, and is taking action what is needed in the situation and cutting this crap out, cutting the tree that is like stopping the sun to shine. So with your inner power, you can solve anything. This kind of hero power. Now it's time to call. Now the next move to make is to call your inner warrior, inner spiritual warrior in action and cut the crap. That's what is here. Lindsay, oh yes, it's okay. I'm listening for my son. He's in the Navy, so I'm worried about him. Anyway, this is needing some immediate action to notice what's bad, immediately take action. Like, has to change. So the confirmation affirmation would be, I trust that the life will let me grow. I follow the bigger plan, even if I would experience that the things are not under my control. I trust that they are going the right direction. I'm not afraid, but I'm not afraid even I don't know anything about somebody cutting this tree. This work is done and it will shake my life and get it in the better direction. So I don't know. Looks like something is done to make balance here. Of course, this tree related thing makes me immediately think about all this natural chaos that has happened with the storms. Of course, when the trees are dry, they get burned. If there is thunderstorm, they might fall to the house. It's all these things. So indeed, doing this kind of groundwork to keep the forest managed, for example, but it could be even your mental. The forest can be too thick, like thoughts can be too oppressive in the sense. It's like managing that nothing grows like excessive, out of proportion, and that will be like having negative effect in your life. Okay, but yeah, this war thing in the future, that's a bit like bad, but there is anyway call to almost like a second time, all the time is called to be very intuitive, really understanding that we can know a lot. There is a lot of like information coming in when we are like a clear source, like clear with the source, let's say. Like a magician would be actually the one who is really getting it immediately to the material plane, but these two, it's having like a ability to use this kind of intuitive wisdom. So let's see. Interesting that is your sun. Lynn is saying sun. This is like a mother-son encouragement. Nice. But the heart chakra is here. It's really like when heart is in the right place, I think we can kind of trust the world goes better because energy is that positive. The energy of the heart is really healing. When the real heart magnetism is happening, that's a good thing. So healing the heart chakra, any exercise doing that would be a nice thing. Now, advice for Leo. Then I look the comments. I take one Leo question. So any Leo now, you have to say you're Leo. I look those questions only. Who are Leos? 54. Oh, this is the last card actually. I think it's the last card of this whole book. Interesting. This is the enchanted oracle map. So that's also meaningful. This is almost like a last advice. It's a kind of gloomy doomsday to say it, but let's say this is some positive encouragement about things. You are receiving a nudge in the right direction. This card tells you that you are being gently encouraged to step into your power, into the dream of your life. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get the help you need and won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe, and the wisdom was already here. It's really be ready to receive this kind of, like, if you're praying, be also ready to listen what the God gives you. So every step you take now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You are on the right path, keep going. It's very positive. Heart chakra is very good. There is the icon I put even here. It's like step by step. I think that is, you have to remember to take the right steps. If you see something you can immediately solve, like in the work, it's kind of like a good worker is a person who immediately solves a situation with seeing the little problem appearing and not letting it escalate. So immediately, if somebody would be in an army, report something unusual is seeing or hearing, because it's like, okay, this is not normal, or this is like a danger, stranger danger, whatever is this, but this like a little red flags, it's good to notice them, that they don't escalate. That's what I said as advice also, like do something, cut this tree, cut the crap, don't let it escalate. So yeah, I'm gonna look now, what is it? Anybody know here? Diksha Dubey says Leo, I don't see anybody else saying, but what is your question, Diksha? Or Lin, your son, that is a caring, heart-related question about, you were worried about your son. He's in the Navy, so I'm worried about him. I think I just take, you don't even have to ask a question. I'm gonna look at your son a little bit because you're worried. Like, this is exactly the reason why I do this reading. Like, that is a Leo son, and you are like looking for him. So I think this is like a good reason to have a reading. Like, it's a Leo, that person. I'm looking for your son. So Lin's son has a crown chakra, beautiful. It's the high energy. It's giving you this deck exactly that we were using. So do you have any other questions, specifically now if you, Lin, you're still here? Do you have any other question for? Just consider that he's in this Navy, so like how he's managing in this kind of, there would be like a war predictions. Indeed, it's kind of like a, being in the military that moment can be like a risky thing. Let's see for your son. He's in the Navy, so I'm worried about him. Okay, Lin's son. Let's have a little crossroad reading, because that's like a mother's wisdom. There is a mother card too, so I'm gonna take the Hecate crossroad for you, for your son. So Lin's son, the young person, young maiden, female would see this. The mother, now you, your son, you could say, whatever situation he has. the crone, the old person who's in the future, and what is, wait, there is something coming. The Hecate, the kind of, see the dead people. So we have here, I think everything went upside down, so it's not, do I take the upside down? There's one only up. So is this meaningful? Maybe. Let's remember this way upside down, but here the maiden is just working, hard working, seeing that the kind of like education of the home possibly is like do your bed, do your thing, like this are of course all these kind of winged creatures here. Something in the air element, maybe I read this thing for you, but this is like advice to do the hard work, whatever it is, the task you have. It's like kind of typical the men under 30 focus on the career. So I mean, this could be like a military career even, but it's like do your best, do your daily tasks. Here, let me see this. This is not so bad cards, only that this came upside down. I'm just thinking because this is the lovers. Okay, if I find this card. Leo-san. So this is stars, and it was upside down. Where is this card? Okay, here. This is the kind of young person, like a female advice for the sun when you have learned in your youth kind of this kind of wisdom is air creatures. Like trees, we imbue creatures of the air with so many symbolic meanings, both specifically and generally. As a group, they are associated with the element of air, of course, and therefore with thoughts and communications. Particularly, we think of them as messengers from the god and goddesses. With the ability to fly, we cannot help but think of freedom. Think of freedom. Specifically, crows and ravens are associated with the goddess. Butterflies bring to mind transformation. Bees represents love, productivity, and the possibility of the impossible. With our sea creature, Britain, we tend to think of where we came from. The creatures flitting through the air make our souls and mind sing with ideas of what we might become. The Eight of Earth asks you to reach higher, search further, and dream bigger. Whatever it is you are attempting is not even close to what is potentially possible. Slog of whatever baggage is holding you earthbound, make yourself as light as possible by letting go of doubts and focusing on what you know is possible. And because it came upside down, I'm going to read you the shadow meaning. The shadow side of this card indicates that the universe is communicating with you, but you are not hearing it or are misinterpreting it. There is a danger that you will assume more than is possible and, like Icarus, attempt too much. So be like correct, kind of like not misinterpreting things. That's it. Then would be this was also upside down. It's like a lover's card. Not sure how old is your son. Is it like he had some heartbreak about thinking about could it be that he had some relationship thing? Because it's upside down. Of course, if you are somewhere in the sea, you have to leave your kind of partner. Can be is missing. Even it could be missing you, but there is this kind of like a bond is broken, kind of, because it's upside down. Where are you, my card? So not in order this thing, so I have to use a lot of time, and time passes. I have the next reading soon. Let's see here. So this, let's just read. So This is related to May 1st. Festival. Following your heart, making a good choice, a happy, healthy partnership, finding a perfect match. Maybe the mother advice is something like you're worried about this, like finding the perfect match or following your heart. Like this is the mother is upside down, the love here. It could be just that you are indeed like a mother is worried in the sense like the lovers is usually a choice. Is this the best choice? This is maybe now lover's card is of course this. There is this higher guidance from the angel, so it's kind of choice you make you. So always you could be guiding as a helping to make the right choice, of course, but this is here upside down. It's like maybe for your son you are like, was this the best choice? Questioning his choice, but it's his life, so the choices you make you. That's the path he took. In the future, this was all okay. That's a very positive message because this is the 9 of Pentacles. It's like abundance. Possibly he get even paid to be in this military. So there is this cow, and the cow is living in the present moment and not worrying about the past or the future. So there is this happy abundance, almost 10 of Pentacles. So it means like at least these choices now are making some money-wise result. This is like independent with the money. So at least that is here in the future. And this 10 of Wands, it's hard work coming into completion. It was already here. It was upside down the stars. So this, could it be that there is stars are like not the most, let's see the meaning. I read the shadow meaning because it came as a shadow. The shadow side of this card doesn't change the fact of the mother, but instead indicates that we cannot see the stars we have. When we cannot see the stars, we have lost our focus and feel directionless. So stars are mostly indeed helping you to. Okay, I read the basic meaning of 10 of Wands. 10 of Fire indicates that the events in question cannot be changed and that there is a role that must be fulfilled or an action that must be taken. The actions we take in the face of unalterable facts define our nature and shape our character. And the shadow side of this card doesn't change the facts of the matter, but instead indicates that we cannot see the stars. If we cannot see the stars, we have lost our focus and feel directionless. There is some element of fate associated with the stars, as if our future were all written out across the skies. But the stars are more like a dealer in a game of poker. We are given a hand of cards and we can play that hand however we like. It is an odd juxtaposition. The role of the fate simply serves to highlight the necessity of our choosing how to respond it. It demands us to engage our free will. So if this was, it's just highlighting that there might be some focus missing. It would be beneficial to be highly focused than to have the good, like not to be like in the mercy of some destiny. Make your own free will choices also. So that is, and I think I will, one more thing I will give your son, I will give you a 7 energy. This is suitable for like 7 oracle is very suitable for this kind of career moves or when you're thinking something. So Leo sun, let's see for Lil's son still what could be advice in this. There's already this encouragement for Leos. Okay, you get 2. Bearing fruit, again the 3 is here, and earth magic. 12 and 1. Bearing fruit. This is happening in the future, this kind of bearing fruit, in the sense like the hard work pays off, kind of trusting that, focusing on having that abundance would be a good focus point. There will be like in the future, there will be this money coming that can be really a good, this is earth energy. There's all this earth energy here. So focusing on this kind of grounded energy, let's say, would be good. What of these? I cannot keep reading all of them. Let's see what can I read from this. 12 and 1. Let's say key concept of this advice for Lil Sun, who is Leo. Birding, the result of hard work, an idea or consistent thought manifesting into form, the relationship between the external world and the internal world of feeling and beliefs. You are in powerful and fertile season of your life when you are particularly good at making things happen with very little effort. Pay close attention to what you are manifesting now. From your career to personal relationships, your influence is strong at this time. If you don't like what your life is yielding, prune the proverbial tree and get into alignment with what genuinely lights you up. Again, it's kind of cutting the crap, cutting the tree that it's like a not bring you the fruit. Remember, you bird into the world that which you pay most attention to and consistently hold within as your truth. Be clear about what you intend. Can you make this commitment? So the commitment to focus on something that you really want. Then 1, earth magic. So this kind of growth. It could be a part of growth. Seeing what kind of life purpose you have. Being grounded in nature, the quiet, dark place where all things begin, where essence is first ignited before manifestation, knowing you are part of the earth and she is part of you. The message now is to trust that the seeds you planted in your field of dreams are in good hands. The earth is conscious, divine source of love that is doing its part on your behalf. Slow down, take in beauty of your life now, and trust that what you are intending is being nourished and is growing. There will be plenty of time later to tend to your garden, to water it and weed it. Great magic is germinating underground, working its way to the surface to deliver more blessings that you could imagine. Let it. So that is in the future. So let things really, for Sun advice, like make this good work, focused work, and know that it will bear the fruit. Like there is this earth energy indeed in tarot. It can take years sometimes to grow that empowerment and power. It is not instant. Earth energy is always not instant. Of course, a years takes to grow a tree too. But the beliefs make our reality, and what maybe kind of life coaching is a good thing for the young people to understand what is the circle of influence, what they can do and what not, and what they have to leave to God, and what they have to kind of trust. Just trust that this is my path now. I follow my path. It will bring a fruit. Something like this. Okay. So this was your reading. So I don't take any more questions. I think I'm running a bit late. I have to start the Virgo reading. I'm coming soon back for Virgo. I just have to set some text to that icon or something, but I come soon back for Virgo. Thank you anybody Leo watching, and have a nice February. Bye.